Y'all loving Hip Hop New York served us another episode of Madness on a Plate. I'm not understanding how Safaree keep messing up with Erica Mena. And Phresher, you got some explaining to do. Why is Jada saying y'all in love and you owe her $70,000?
I'll be there to find you.
I'll remind you. Show me love.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Your girl Gigi here. As you can see, I got a little bit different of a background. I'm at my sister's house. I finally got some time to just come and talk to you guys about, these BS episodes that VH1 is giving us with Love and Hip Hop New York and Love and Hip Hop Miami. But as you can see, we're going to be talking about the Love and Hip Hop New York first, because I swear, Phresher, you are just the epitome of just no good, nothing ass nigga. Like, I swear, you really be thinking, you've been feeding so much BS to Jen that you just... we gonna get into it, okay? But before we do, you guys hit that subscribe button, join the fam if you haven't already, because your girl's at 1,000 subscribers and now we gotta get to 2. So that means you gotta hit that button, okay? So you guys, let's not waste no time. Let's get into the episode. So basically, it opens up with Tahiry, big booty self, going to meet up with Erica Mena's saggy booty self. Yeah, gravity's taking over Erica, unfortunately. But they're talking obviously about the nuance of the wedding, how good it was. Erica is so emotional. Her and her veneers were looking real shiny that day, because it was a lot of waterworks going on. And she just enjoyed the wedding. And Tahiry enjoyed it besides the, overshadowing of Johnathan and his good Judy self coming in and basically trying to scope out her and the Joe situation. Now, Erica feels some type of way because he, to her, crashed the wedding. Like, why was he there? She's talking about, I gave nobody plus ones. Even married couples didn't have no plus ones. So the fact that Yandy brought him obviously means that either production told Yandy to bring him or they wanted him to come so they can keep playing into this thing of, oh, Johnathan's Sin's best friend. He's doing everything he can, to protect her because he has her best interest at heart. Okay. So he's like, yeah, he came at me not even knowing nothing about me and Joe, what's going on. He don't even know the flavor of the Kool-Aid, so why you trying to sip it type situation. And Erica's like, yeah, I texted him because Yandy put his name on the gift. And I said, thank you. And he was like, yeah, good for, no problem. Just know we're good from here on now. We're cool. And so she's kind of thinking like, well, what the hell is the problem at anyways? Like, why do you have a problem with me? So they're going to sit down later and talk about that. She wants to. We see y'all, Jimmy Jones, he's making a little appearance this episode after we found out his damn house got confiscated for like literally $200 on the market. He's talking with Joe Budden and he wants to do something a little special for Chrissy because, of all these years, 100,000 years they've been together, this nigga ain't never Chef Boyardee her no spaghetti, no breakfast, no nothing. He ain't never cooked for Chrissy. Chrissy, I understand that, like, he's just one of those niggas, like, they don't know how to profess emotions well, and he's finally trying to do it. We all know Chrissy and Jim love each other. They're gonna always be each other's mains, but there's never gonna be, like, a full commitment, So, nonetheless, he's learning how to do some old fried dumplings and wontons and whatnot, and him and Joe are kind of talking about, obviously, family relationships and things like that. And Joe gets it, obviously, with the whole sin stuff. And Jimmy's like, yeah, we're just kind of having trouble because, she's back. But I'm flying to LA all the time because he has his weed business called Saucy, I'm pretty sure. And they're just basically like ships in the night. So when they get time to spend with each other, it's just kind of like, they just got to make the most of it. So they end up talking about some podcast. He wants Jimmy to come on his podcast because, they respect each other in the music game. Whoop-de-boo, all that type of stuff. So then we see, Phresher, his old roach-looking self, he is trying to go to Jen and still make up for this BS mess that he put her in. So he walk up to the door, knock, and she like, let's go outside. And he sit on the first step. She said, no, nigga, outside. Like, on the sidewalk. She stepped him all the way down and basically confronted him about the Jada situation. She's like, look, after I did all this investigation and whatnot, I'm realizing my problem ain't with Jada, it's with Phresher. Nah, shit, Sherlock. Your problem always been with Phresher, and you tell me you just now realizing this? So she's like, look, I want to go talk to the girl Jada, and she's showing me some hard facts, like, you owe this bitch $70,000. And she like, you really laughing in my face? Don't get smacked, my nigga. Like, don't laugh in my face. That's some shit that would piss me off too. Do not play with me right now. So then she's like, she's telling me you owe her money. Is that true? Man, this just, there might have been some business things that went wrong. I ain't gonna lie, that's my fault. Okay, so now that's strike one. Strike two is she asked you, well, she's saying y'all had sex. Did you fuck her or not? And he like, man, nah. What you talking about? See, this is what I didn't want to happen. This girl, why you letting her mess up our vibe? I knew she was gonna come and, do this stuff. And she like, look at me. Did you have sex with her? Yes or no? And he kept trying to run around the question. Now, we knew this nigga stuck his dick in her. We knew that. But, it's up to Phresher to admit. But, of course, he can't do it because he done fucked up so many times that it's like, here we go again. Jen is tired of this again. 20 years, she been putting up with your no good for nothing ass. And for what? Because she think, oh, you was going to make it one day and you still ain't made it. You sleeping at your grandmama's house trying to start a label when you got no money. And I'm sorry to say it, Jen, but them ass cheeks that you got right now, I'm pretty sure Jada paid for. So nonetheless, she's confronting him. He's talking about, babe, no, let me tell you what happened. Because she's like talking about how she brought up how Phresher said, I love you to her. And this nigga's explanation was, baby, I only said that to get her off my back, to keep her, comfortable and suffice, because I didn't want her bringing up a whole bunch of lies and stuff and bringing it to you and messing up what we got. Phresher, that's what you want me to believe. You want me to believe you text this woman, I love you, told her I'm giving you the sun, the moon, the stars, give you this career, so she would back up off you? So she wouldn't come to your wife about stuff? My nigga, like, I ain't never heard nothing so stupid in my life. Jen is over it. He's gonna have to confront her about it. And at this point, you're gonna be staying at your grandma's house for a long ass time, Phresher. I don't know why you lying. Like, I just don't like, if you're gonna be man enough to make these dumbass mistakes, you gotta be man enough to, deal with the consequences. So then we see Tahiry, y'all, she went on a little jog and she's having some health scares right now. Am I tripping? It doesn't seem like every year it seems like there's a Love It Hip Hop person having a health scare. Like a mammogram or something. Like women, it's like a curse or something. Like every season or different, franchise, somebody's having a breast cancer scare. But nonetheless, she's dealing with a lot. She's always saying like, I try to be healthy, and for this to happen, like, obviously it's affecting her a lot. So then we see Phresher go over to the barbershop to get some advice about this Jen and Jada situation. And he goes to talk to Safaree and Papoose. So he go to sit down and, that's my what's up. He's like, man, I'm dealing with a lot with Jen. I got this girl Jada on my back talking about I owe her some money. And Papoose is like, well, like, how much money you owe her? She talking about I owe her $70,000. And you saying it as if this shit is a lie. And so Safaree's like, $70,000, boy. If somebody told me I owed them that much, I would go on the street and start selling my body immediately. Y'all, that junk was so funny because it's like, you better do something. You better take your ass to Las Vegas and join the Thunder Down Under crew or Black Magic or something. Start stripping your little roach ass on stage to get something done. So he's like, yeah, man, I don't know what I do because I love Jen. He's talking about, oh, me and Jen was split up for a year or something, and that's when me and Jada happened. You're not going to tell me that, Phresher. You're not going to tell me all this stuff happened when there was a break. Like, nobody's buying it. And Papoose gives him the advice of, look, if you want your woman, you will have to go to confront Jada and tell her, look, I want my wife, my family, whatever the situation is. Like, we're going to have to dead that because I got some responsibilities and I want to be the family man. Okay, whatever. So then we see Sin Santana and Johnathan, but it was confusing because the scene opened up with her talking about, there's nothing I love more than throwing on some fresh lingerie, feeling all sexy, and cooking for the man I love. And so like, it ain't Joe, so we gonna just assume that it is the son. And Gracie, sit down. Sorry, y'all, my dog was in the background acting a fool. All right, focus. Okay, so where was I? Oh, talking about Sin. She got on sexy lingerie just for Johnathan's old queen ass to come walking out there. So, oh, babe, you look good and stuff. So she cooking, cutting up some plantanos, and they start talking about, obviously, the wedding And we all know Johnathan only went so he can be Sin's eyes and ears and see what Joe and Tahiry are doing. And you're trying to put it under this guise of, oh, I'm protecting my friend, but you just being nosy, my nigga, and you putting your stuff, you don't know, like, nobody's really fucking with you, Johnathan, because they're kind of feeling like you always become best friends with somebody just to, you know, make their problems your problems for some camera time. Like, it's starting to, like, become real old, honestly. But nonetheless, you know, Sin's like, hold on, wait a minute, act it out. So she gives him the fedora, and, you know, he starts playing Joe, and they do the side by side of him talking about, well, you know, I don't understand why this is a problem because, you know, this is none of your business. And I feel like nobody should be concerned about what me and Tahiry are doing. And Johnathan's making the excuse of, well, you know, I feel like Tahiry getting in the middle of this, that could affect you and Joe's, you know, co-parenting. Why would it affect their co-parenting, Johnathan? If Tahiry and Joe begin, you know, fucking or whatever, like, that's not going to affect his parenting skills. And you try to throw that out there like it's a bunch of baloney. And Sin's sitting there acting like, I don't care what Tahiry doing, like they can ride up to the sunset together. But I just find it hella confusing that, you know, before she was dogging him in the comments, but now all of a sudden it's like, oh, we real cool. And you know, I can hang out with him again. Now, I would feel like that's kind of sketchy too, because if you've been to Tahiry, like Tahiry has been very good with telling Joe, like, get your shit together, my nigga. Like, if you want to be with me, get yourself together. So now that Joe's, like, on and popping, you know, Tahiry's back, and it's kind of seeming, you know, like a little, I don't know, little, like, you know, circle of life type moment. You know, divine intervention, we can call it, whatever. It's just real opportunistic, kind of coming off like that. So we see, Chrissy and Jim Jones had the little moment. He put the little wontons together with a little bit of shrimp and cucumber. The junk was still raw. And he's cooking at a goddamn wife beater. And he threw this damn blazer over that jacket with some pajama pants. And these goddamn Friday after next, like, Terry Crews house slippers. Y'all, that junk was so funny. But Chrissy just appreciated the thought. Y'all, Chrissy's confession look pisses me off because I keep seeing that lopsided ass moth/butterfly that's in between her titties. It is looking like the wings are broken. Like, I'm gonna need you to put some makeup on that in the confessional because I'm assuming you got a boob job after you got the tattoo done, and it's making you looking real a little top heavy, like, and real just lackadaisical. That tattoo is bothering me. But nonetheless, she's like, oh, am I supposed to get full off this one, like, wonton? I'm confused, this one little dumpling. And so they get on the conversation of marriage. And we've seen these two, after 100 goddamn years, propose to each other, break up with each other, make up to break up to make up. And she flew herself out and skedaddled all the way down to Miami for a couple of years. Now she's back, and Jim is like, you know, I want to marry you. But now all of a sudden, Chrissy done changed her mind. It's, oh, you know, I don't want to put the pressure on it. We've been doing so good. Like, we already know we're together. Why put that on there? Chrissy, where did this 180 come from? Because for the longest, you wanted Jim Jones to be your husband. Now, if you ask me, she went down there to Miami, got a taste of a little something else. Somebody else, you know, cleaned them pipes, broke that back. And on top of that, Jim Jones done lost the freaking house for $200 on the goddamn auction. This house that got confiscated without her knowledge. Now she's realizing, dang, if I legally attach my name to this nigga, like, I'm gonna have some legal, financial issues. And she don't want that. If you ask me, that is really the truth. She does not want no legal connection to him because he ain't making, you know, bowling type money no more. He ain't on that state no more, okay? We stay broke, no joke, and you know it, struggling. Oh my God, I just thought about that. We came up with that back all the way in freaking, like, 8th grade. That song, we made up that remix. I can't believe I just thought of that. But yeah, so them not getting married, like, Jim's like, we deserve it after all these years. You know, we deserve this. Okay, it ain't happening, Jim. I'm just gonna let you know. So we see Phresher finally confront Jada at the studio. He talking about, okay, y'all, let's talk. She like, okay, $40,000. It really is 70, but we can settle right now for $40,000. He talking about, oh, you know, you doing all this, you coming to my woman, coming up with all this stuff, and she's like, look, here the paper, $25,000 for this. I got no followers. I spent $10,000 on this, got no promotion, all this type of stuff. And now he's admitting in the confessional, and you know, I'm not gonna lie, I was trying to open up a label and she fronted the money because I told her I was gonna make these investments. I made bad investments. So if you knew that, you know you owed this heifer some money. And she talking about, honestly, you know, I'm really being nice because I gave you a whole year. Bitch, you gave this nigga a whole year for $70,000/40 or whatever. And she gave you that year because y'all obviously want, you know, in love or whatever. She gave you that to be nice because you was digging her down, obviously, on the regular. And so now you gotta sit there and own up to. He talking about trying to bargain with her like he in a goddamn swap meet shop talking about $35,000. Can I do 35? She's like 40. So he agreed to it, and I'm like, bitch, you better get that shit on paper. I write it down so fast, tell, oh, by this time, payments of this increment every month, like, I'm not playing no more. So then he's trying to turn out to, you know, I want to be my woman, I don't want to mess up what we got. We got kids, we've been there, we ride or die, all that type of shit. So now Jada does the typical girl move, where she's talking about what she do to like, well, what are we? She did that basically because she's trying to turn it into, it was just sex, like, and he's like, we did things we weren't supposed to do, having sex and falling in love. Oh, so you did love the bitch. Okay. So then, obviously, this break with Jen, you was obviously two-timing, okay? Phresher, I swear you were no good, nothing ass nigga. Like, you was sorry, bro. And now here it is, you owe this girl some money. You obviously bought Jen's booty cheeks with it. And Jada, you dumb as hell too. Like, how you gonna get this man some money for your career? Like, I would have gave him smack if he had to prove it to me. And Jenna, ski, girl, bitch, you missed a bullet with this one. Like, girl, you was almost caught in the crossfires of this. I'm so glad that you finally came to your senses. And I'm sure when she watches this shit back, she gonna be like, dang, I missed a bullet. But nonetheless, Jada's in her feelings because she realized, oh my God, like, oh, it was just sex. Like, we weren't in love. You're telling me, like, you didn't love me. So he gets asked in the confessional, oh, so did you really love Jada? And he talks to the producers like, really, guys, is this what we doing today? And he started pulling off his mic. And it's like, bro, you admitted it already. But the problem is now your dumbass forgot you admitted the shit on camera. And now Jen's going to watch this back. And you going to be in even worse trouble. Yo, dumbass. I can't believe this. Girl, Jada, take his ass to court, put that shit on paper, and get it done right now. And stop making dumbass decisions. Y'all quit letting these niggas do you this dumb. Niggas know who the weak, insecure girls are. And she told me, oh, even after I told you what happened to me, you still do that to me? He heard that, and it was like, ding, ding, ding. If another nigga can do it to you, I can do it too. Like, that's what that was. You and Jen ain't no different, Jada. Your dumbass is just the one who gave him almost $100,000, and now you only get 40 back. And I promise you ain't gonna get none of it probably. He gonna have to take a big ass loan out, go to Bank of America, Texas Bank and Trust, Chase, whatever, and hope they can give his black ass a loan. So let's get to the party. Erica made a party. They walk in with Safaree, and it's Safaree pictures everywhere. Why the hell Safaree pictures everywhere? Erica's like, I thought this was my birthday. Safaree dumbass talking about, oh, it's your birthday, my birthday is your birthday. That's not how it works, Safaree. Like, oh my God, you keep doing this, the dumbest stuff. And I'll be so like, sometimes all your gears ain't turning, Safaree, I swear. And she started crying, like, oh my God. And Yanni's like, Safaree, damn, like, why? And so he get up on stage, start doing a cute little singing thing. And it's like, he be doing this stuff on purpose. He make her mad on purpose to try and do cute little shit, like to make her cheer up and stuff. So he did her cute little dog called Batman. It was so cute, y'all, not gonna lie. The dog was so freaking cute. I'm sure it probably cost $10,000 damn for that little ass dog. That little ass mutt, but whatever. Yanni came looking all fly and sexy because she's like, my man get ready to come home. I need to get my sexy back. We see Johnathan and Sin get there. Tahiry come. And they're talking. And Tahiry, I guess, it's just awkward. All of a sudden, she's like, oh, I'm celibate. Jonathan's like, damn, really? She's like, why? I can't be celibate because I got an ass. Oh, I guess just start recycling exits. I can start going through, save the environment, start talking to my old niggas or something like that. So Jonathan's like, wait a minute. Wait, what happened? What just happened? And you could tell Tahiry was kind of already like, she might have already been like 5 shots deep on some Henny. Like, she was already, something was going on. And so now Sin's there, and it's kind of like, well, let's go ahead and talk. We already got everybody talking about it. Like, maybe all of us should sit down. And Sin's like, why do we need to sit down? And I'm kind of like, I get what's going on from a distance. Like, if I was Sin, I wouldn't necessarily need to talk to Tahiry. But if Tahiry finds it necessary because she's like, I don't want to be known as like a homewrecker type situation, cool, but Sin's not really here for it. So now Tahiry gets mad, like, I'm mad y'all trying to play me like I'm dumb, like y'all trying to act confused, trying to play me like I'm stupid. Okay, forget it. And she walks off. And now Johnathan's like, something going on with Tahiry. I ain't never seen her like this. So he followed her. And she's like looking at the cameras, telling the cameras to shut down. Like, really, Johnathan, you trying to play stupid right now? This is what we doing. And he's like, and she's like, you gonna be dummy or something like that? He's like, okay, I'm gonna eat that dummy because I'm in a nice plaid suit and I'm not gonna try to hurt your feelings. And so that's where the episode ends. Like, when these two happens, like all these bitches yelling at each other over this Sin and Johnathan's situation. Next week it seems, I guess, as if Tahiry and Sin are supposed to talk, I'm assuming, and then something else happened with Safaree. So you guys, tell me what you think about the episode. Drop down, tell me, do you think, believe that Phresher really was in love, or was he just saying that to Jada? When it comes to Sin and Tahiry, do they deserve a sit down? Is it necessary for those two to talk? Drop down in the comments, tell me what you think. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow your girl on Twitter at gg.0321. And I will catch you guys on the flip side. Deuces.